Yeah, I like that. I mean, I'd say like from a foundation of people listening, like we're throwing a lot of stuff out there, right? So what's the order of operations and how you try things?
Mhm.
So the first thing is get your diet under control. So the first thing is control dysglycemia, control blood sugar swings. High levels of blood sugar, high levels of insulin are going to cause things to get really sticky when they flow. The second thing is really improve the nutrient density. A lot of good antioxidants, so a lot of good green vegetables. Cutting out food allergens from dairy and from gluten and of course refined sugar and inflammatory junk foods. Really improve the nutrient density in the vegetables. If you're going to choose fruit, choose nutrient dense fruits, but not overly high for what you can handle metabolically. Of course, really good healthy fats. Remember, omega-3 fatty acids are a natural blood thinner. Probably before surgery, they'll say like, no fish oil or systemic enzymes taken away from, taken within a couple of days before surgery because they don't want you to bleed out, right? And so fish oils, especially high quality, good, healthy, local or like maybe Wild Alaska kind of frozen, salmon or really good clean tuna. Just try to choose more wild farm type of fish. These are going to have excellent omega-3 fatty acids. And then, of course, choosing grass-fed meat, excellent because you're going to get a lot of GLA fat. You're going to get a lot of good, clean fats from the cow eating grass, which is super helpful. So fats are really important. They're natural anticoagulants, and then they help make a good, healthy cell membrane so your cells can communicate and function optimally.
Let me make one note about the lumbrokinase because you see that warning label and you and I kind of heed that warning. But I saw a podcast interview that Dr. Jill Carnahan did with a lady named Dr. Ann Corson. She's been kind of the big voice about coagulation and talking about lumbrokinase. She said it's really a non-issue, and while she still may, and this is not verbatim by the way, but while she may pull these things out temporarily, she's had people that like went into emergency surgery on high dose fish oil and high dose lumbrokinase, and they had no bleeding issues at all. So this is not like heparin or crazy intense blood thinners from pharmaceutical
Right.
industry. These natural blood thinners, even though they may be potent, she said she's never seen a single case of anyone bleeding out. So that there's probably almost too much warning and too much fear about the fish oil and these enzymes thinning the blood. She's never seen it cause any major problem.
Yeah, heparin, warfarin, they have the newer one, the Plavix one, right? These are different blood thinners that are out there. Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to talk to your anesthesiologist / surgeon, follow their instructions on these things. I think it's safe just to be off it during a procedure and let your
And I'm
doctor
saying
know
just
about it.
the, and by the way, I'm saying just the natural stuff. The drugs, I have no clue about. I'm not a pharmacist, but like fish oil, should you take a few days off? Yeah, you probably should. But just for
Just to be
anybody
safe.
fearing, but for anybody that's afraid, like, oh my God, I had to go to the ER and I had to get this emergency surgery. Am I going to bleed to death because I'm on fish oil? The answer, looking at her perspective, was no, not at all.
Yeah, you're probably not. I mean, I am far more worried about someone going into surgery and being totally inflamed and developing clots and having a pulmonary embolism or a stroke or something like that than bleeding out, right? But in general, don't be on high doses of blood thinners that we're talking about, the natural ones, if you know you have a planned surgery. Okay,
Hmm,
just in
hmm.
general.